If you pay close attention to the way many modern homes feel, you begin to notice a quiet tension that lingers in the background, a sense that no matter how much effort is put into cleaning, organizing, or redecorating, the space never quite settles. The rooms may be furnished, the shelves may be full, and yet there is often a subtle feeling of restlessness, as though the home is constantly reacting rather than supporting the people who live inside it. In Japan, the home is approached from a very different perspective. It is not treated as a container for possessions or a stage for productivity, but as a living environment that shapes emotional rhythm, mental clarity, and even physical well-being. Once this perspective is understood, the idea of home begins to shift, and with it, the habits that quietly determine how a space feels each day. In a traditional Japanese household, the relationship between the outside world and the inside space is clearly defined from the very first step. The entrance is not merely a doorway but a transition point, a place where the pace of life intentionally slows. Shoes are removed not simply for hygiene, but as a symbolic act that separates the demands and chaos of the external world from the calm interior of the home. This small ritual sends an immediate signal to the body and mind that one has entered a different mode of being, where urgency dissolves and presence becomes possible. Over time, this separation creates a powerful psychological boundary, allowing the home to function as a place of restoration rather than continuation of stress. As one moves deeper into the home, the sense of intentional calm becomes more pronounced through design choices that prioritize space, balance, and restraint. Japanese interiors are often defined by low furniture, open floor plans, and an absence of visual clutter, which allows the eyes to move freely without interruption. This openness is not about emptiness, but about creating room for movement, breath, and stillness. When the environment is not competing for attention, the mind naturally follows suit, settling into a quieter, more focused state. The home becomes a place where nothing demands urgency, and this absence of pressure subtly reshapes daily behavior. Storage, in this context, is treated as an essential but discrete element of the home rather than a visible feature. Everyday items are carefully stored away when not in use, allowing surfaces to remain clear and undisturbed. This practice reduces what is often referred to as visual noise, the accumulation of small distractions that quietly exhaust mental energy. When objects are consistently returned to their designated places, the home maintains a sense of order without requiring major cleaning efforts. Over time, this habit eliminates the cycle of buildup and overwhelm that characterizes many living spaces. Cleaning itself is approached not as a reaction to disorder but as an ongoing form of care. In Japanese culture, maintenance is woven into daily life through small, repeated actions rather than postponed until mess becomes unmanageable. A light sweep in the morning, a quick wipe in the evening, or the simple act of tidying as one moves through the day ensures that the home never reaches a state of chaos. This approach transforms cleaning from a dreaded task into a neutral, almost meditative activity, reinforcing the idea that caring for one's environment is a natural extension of caring for oneself. When these elements are viewed together, a deeper philosophy of living begins to take shape, one in which the home is not merely designed, but tuned. Sound, light, rhythm, and ritual are treated as subtle forces that either agitate or harmonize the human nervous system. Japanese domestic life recognizes that peace is rarely created by grand gestures. It is cultivated through countless small, almost invisible decisions made every day. Sound as an invisible architecture. In many modern environments, noise is normalized. Televisions hum in the background, phones buzz, doors slam, and conversations spill from room to room without pause. Over time, this constant auditory stimulation keeps the mind slightly alert, even when the body is at rest. Japanese homes respond to this by treating sound as a form of architecture, something that shapes space just as walls and furniture do. Quiet is not enforced, but respected. Movements are measured, and actions are performed with awareness of their impact on others. This shared sensitivity fosters mutual respect and a collective sense of ease. Silence, in this context, is not emptiness or awkwardness. It becomes a container for awareness. In a quiet home, subtle sounds gain meaning: the rustle of fabric, the sliding of a door, the distant call of birds. These gentle auditory cues anchor attention in the present moment, making it easier to slow down and reflect. Over time, residents become more attuned not only to their surroundings, but to their own internal state. The home trains the mind to notice rather than react. Lighting as emotional guidance. Light, like sound, communicates directly with the nervous system. Harsh, uniform brightness keeps the body in a state of alertness, mimicking the conditions of work or public spaces. Japanese lighting design takes the opposite approach, guiding emotion through subtlety. By using multiple light sources at varying heights and intensities, the home mirrors the natural progression of daylight, from soft morning glow to subdued evening warmth. This gradual shift signals to the body when to be active and when to rest. The acceptance of shadow is especially important. Rather than flooding every corner with light, Japanese interiors allow darkness to exist alongside illumination. Shadows create depth, intimacy, and a sense of enclosure. They make rooms feel lived in rather than exposed. Psychologically, this balance reassures the mind. Nothing feels overly demanding or stark. The space invites stillness, encouraging longer pauses and quieter evenings. In such an environment, rest happens naturally, without effort or instruction. Seasonality as a living dialogue with nature. The responsiveness of the home to seasonal change reflects a broader worldview, that humans are not separate from nature, but participants in its cycles. Instead of insulating the interior from the outside world, Japanese homes acknowledge shifts in temperature, light, and atmosphere. Summer may bring lighter fabrics, open windows, and cooling textures. Winter invites heavier materials, warmer tones, and more enclosed spaces. These changes are subtle but meaningful, preventing the home from feeling stagnant or disconnected. This seasonal adaptability fosters emotional resilience. By regularly adjusting the environment, residents internalize the idea that change is neither threatening nor disruptive. It is simply part of life. The home becomes a gentle teacher, reinforcing acceptance and flexibility. Rather than clinging to sameness, inhabitants learn to move with time, easing transitions and reducing stress associated with change. Ritual as restoration, not indulgence. The bathing ritual exemplifies how ordinary routines are transformed into acts of care. In many cultures, bathing is hurried, squeezed between obligations. In Japan, it is intentionally separated from productivity. Washing occurs first, cleansing the body, and only then does immersion take place. This sequence turns bathing into a moment of surrender, where the goal is not to finish quickly, but to be. The warmth of the water, the quiet of the space, and the absence of distraction create a daily reset, allowing stress to dissolve before it accumulates. This practice reinforces a powerful message. Rest is not something earned after exhaustion, but something maintained daily to prevent it. Over time, this mindset reshapes one's relationship with effort, work, and self-worth. The home supports balance by making restoration a regular, expected part of life. Mindful nourishment and everyday respect. Meals further reflect this philosophy of attention. By clearing the table and arranging food with care, even simple meals are elevated. This is not about formality, but respect for the food, for the body, and for the moment itself. Eating becomes a pause rather than a distraction, anchoring the day with moments of calm presence. The absence of clutter and noise allows taste, texture, and gratitude to take center stage. As these habits repeat, they ripple outward. The way one eats influences how one works, rests, and interacts with others. The home quietly instills values of patience, awareness, and respect, without needing rules or reminders. The home as a silent guide. Taken together, these practices reveal the Japanese home as a silent guide, one that shapes behavior through atmosphere rather than instruction. Sound softens the mind, light calms the body, seasons teach acceptance, and rituals restore balance. None of these elements demand attention, yet all of them influence how life is lived within the space. In this way, peace is not something added to the home. It is something the home is designed to protect. By aligning environment with human rhythms, the Japanese approach demonstrates that tranquility is not found in escape or excess, but in careful attention to the ordinary. And when the ordinary is treated with care, calm ceases to be rare. It becomes the default state of everyday life. Underlying all these practices is a philosophy of restraint that prioritizes quality over quantity. Possessions are chosen carefully, maintained thoughtfully, and released when they no longer serve a purpose. This approach reduces the emotional weight often attached to belongings, freeing both space and attention. The home becomes lighter, easier to maintain, and more responsive to the needs of those who live within it. Rather than overwhelming its occupants, it supports them quietly and consistently. Over time, these practices reshape not only the physical environment but also the behavior and mindset of those who inhabit it. Movements become slower, actions more intentional, and awareness more present. The home begins to function as a stabilizing force, offering a sense of continuity and calm regardless of external circumstances. It becomes a place where the nervous system can rest, where habits are reinforced gently rather than through force, and where daily life feels more balanced and sustainable. This is why Japanese homes feel different, not because they are flawless or minimalist by default, but because they are designed around care, rhythm, and respect. They are not meant to impress visitors or showcase status, but to support the people who return to them each day. And when these principles are adopted, even in small ways, the home gradually transforms from a source of stress into a place of quiet restoration. Because a home is more than a structure. It is an environment that shapes how you think, move, and feel. When you change the way your home functions, you change the way your life unfolds within it. This has been Tick World Chronicles, where culture, history, and everyday practices reveal the systems that shape who we become. If this perspective changed the way you see your own space, consider subscribing to the channel, liking the video, and sharing it with someone who might need a calmer relationship with their home. Sometimes, the most profound transformations do not begin out in the world, but quietly, at the place where you return each day.